It's just Selena.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. Tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up? So listen, we're back. This is episode 287 on the Homeroom with Smooth podcast.
Oh, 287?
Yes. I've been working. We've been moving. It's been 4 episodes this week. 4.
Shit.
4. Yeah. I figured I wanted to start the year because the way the algorithm works, I wanted to go on ahead and like push through some, so then it would already like
Be there.
have those like take the hit, and then I'll be good going into next week and the subsequent weeks after. Because anytime you take some time off, it kind of like resets how people view your content or whatever. The algorithm is nasty. Like you damn near have to put something up every day. Damn near. Like some type of, even if it's a community post or whatever the fuck it is, you got to do something. You have to.
Well,
because especially at the beginning of the year, because there's so many new people. So everybody's impressions are going to be down because there's all these, I'm a new year. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to be a podcaster. It's all of them. And then you give them to about like the end of the month. And then everybody that's like really with it, like they just keep it pushing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that it's a new year. Can I say something real quick? I just want to
go
say,
ahead.
For everybody that have New Year resolution, right?
Yeah.
I don't blame you, right? I don't blame you, but I am a believer of, why do you have to wait until it's a new year to do something you could have started in November, October, December? Don't wait till a new year. That's a bad habit. You're creating bad habits because every year that's what you're gonna do. It's gonna be September. You're gonna be like, hey, 2025. I'm about to. Well, don't wait till 2020. Start it now.
Right.
So I just want to get that off my chest.
No. I feel that completely, because for myself, like for instance, I say I want to take more pictures with my friends, take more videos with my friends, and then I'm going to post those videos. I'm gonna start really like opening up my life, because I want to like actually like say that like these are my friends. And then plus, like, I can't remember all that stuff, but if I post it online, I don't have to worry about it being saved in my phone. I know where to watch the video at.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because I never thought about that. I need to do the same thing, because there's been some moments in my life that I only have memories of, and I can't share the memories with y'all because I didn't take pictures of videos, aka Hong Kong, Dubai, Bahrain, Thailand, Philippines, and Hawaii.
Yeah.
If I would have took some pictures and videos, some videos I have, I'm gonna share with y'all.
I mean, yeah.
But the pictures, I would have took hella pictures.
Yeah, bro. And that's what I'm trying to be on this year, is just, really like embracing like everybody that's in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Outside of on the podcast, like, because clearly you'll end up seeing people I fools with on my podcast, but and on my YouTube. But other than that, like, do you see them?
No.
Do you see them? Like, no, you don't.
You don't.
So I'm just like, okay. I'm like, I'm gonna do better. Because I have this whole like, because it goes against my own core philosophy of living in the light. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, to live in the light, you have to just live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are purposely hiding anything, it then comes to why.
Yeah. But then I also take it as this. Dave Chappelle, I don't know if y'all seen his last special, which was dope, but I forgot the award he had won. But one of his friends said that, they were trying to take videos and pictures with Dave Chappelle, and he wasn't a big fan of that, because he always says, let's live in the moment. Let's create memories more than videos and pictures. And it took me a minute to understand that, because it just sometimes you don't need the camera out.
Yeah. And that's and here's the kicker though. I'm still not the one taking the videos and the pictures. I'm having them send me theirs, and then I'm putting it together for us. because
That's smart.
I'm still not that guy. Like, and I'm not gonna become that, and it feels unnatural to me. So I'm like, but you're that person. So I can live in the moment and still have my memories.
Memories, yeah.
But you're able to do both somehow. I can't do both.
Yeah, no, I'm not a, and it sucks. And I'm out the ring. I don't want to come in hot like this, but as a man, how do we take pictures? Because
no, you're not lying.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you don't have a group of female friends, right, that takes your pictures as a man, if you go out with your homeboys and your homeboys are taking pictures, it's like a lot of women call that, and they just started using this word in the end of December, sassy.
Which is nuts. Like, I'm like, bro, we literally can't do nothing.
No.
Like, I'm kind of mad the dude that had the list of things that we can't do got his page banned for saying some crazy mess. But the list, it was over, what was it? 8, I think it was up to,
it was bad.
Yeah, it was thousands of things that we could not do.
Like last night.
It was a freaking iPhone note, and he would just scroll until he get to the bottom, and then he'd start typing. Men can't go to the bathroom. Like it was something crazy. Like
we can't do that. I told my homies I said, yeah, I'm going to this hookah lounge. My brother's hosting a hookah lounge. Hookah? You smoking hookah? That's a little sassy, ain't it? It's a hookah lounge. Like, what else is you gonna get? Soda, Gatorade, Red Bull, and hookah. That's it.
Yeah. And I like smoking hookah, man. I got a little meme, man. It's this woman saying, like, I think men that smoke hookah are sus or whatever. Smoking hookah is sus. And then I clipped a video of me smoking hookah, like, oh, men recording themselves smoking hookah is sus. And I inserted a video and played sad music behind
it. But like, who made hookah only for the females? Like, when did that become a trend? Like, when did the
women
Indians
don't even go to hookah lounges like that?
The Indians or whoever created hookah, when did they was like, hey, this is strictly for the ladies. This is strictly for the, can I say females? I don't know. It's 2024. I don't know. I ain't trying to get banned and canceled and all that.
No, my thing is, like, words are interchangeable. Like, it depends on how you're using it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you call them a female, you call them a woman, you say girls, you know what I'm saying? Either it's just a word that means the opposite gender. Like, I don't even know how to, like, the opposite gender in that group. Like, that's all it means. Like, if you got a core issue with that, something's wrong with you.
No,
we need to address mental illness in this society.
I was told
a lot of this stuff is degenerate.
I was told not to use the word female because the young lady, and I ain't gonna say her name, which she's an associate of mine, but she said the word female to her sound like I'm calling them the B word. She said, I think that's a replaceable for the B word. And I was like, if I want to call a woman that, I'll just say that, but I'm not saying that in
there's no malice behind it. Like, oh yeah, you see that? Did you see that girl that walked by? Did you see that female up over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like
it's not. No, like,
but that's one of the things we can't do. Add that to the list of what we can't do.
Exactly. Add that to the list. Nah, but to get into why we're actually here. Okay, so Orlando Brown did an interview. All right, did an interview where, quite frankly, he had to be on drugs. The interview's funny, but it's sad at the same time.
Everything with Orlando Brown is always for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff I used to try to dig deep and figure out what he's talking about, but then it's like it's Orlando Brown. This is the same person that said P. Diddy gave him the Ushka Smuash. The
Mm-hmm.
Ushka Smuash. Which now makes sense with all the alleged things that's coming out with Diddy. But I'm just saying. So Orlando Brown is one of those people that you just got to take with a grain of salt and just be entertained by it.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I'm not putting a lot of weight to what Orlando Brown has to say. That's not my. That's not. I'm not doing that. I've never done it since he'd been doing these wild interviews since I don't know. The first one I seen was 2016, 2017 that I can remember. So
Was that
I'm
the
like,
David
ever
Simone
since
one?
then, I don't COVID. I have no weight to anything he says. However, if it correlates and becomes true, I'm gonna be like, okay, this crazy person, you know what I'm saying? A broken, what is that phrase? A broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
He's right this time.
yeah. But you gotta really think about it. Orlando Brown has been in the industry for what 20 plus years, right?
Yeah, easy.
Uh he knows some things, and I think the way that he words it and how he says, because he don't want to be completely blunt, because the world is not ready for a blunt person to expose the industry. They won't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much stuff out there right now that's in our face, and we blind to the fact. They put it in plain sight for us. And I feel like Orlando Brown is speaking in a code which you will have to be really, really tapped into your third eye to break it down and understand exactly what he's talking about. Especially dealing with conspiracies and conspiracies, the cloning, the like the whole when Jamie Foxx was sick and nobody knew what was wrong with him. They didn't have no type of name for it. They just said he's very ill and he just appeared, and everybody said that's a clone. I believe Orlando Brown be saying some stuff knowing it, because then they just appear out of nowhere perfectly fine after like 6 months to a year.
So I wouldn't necessarily say that, like, as far as like the cloning piece. Like I'm not big on that, because I've always said this. Why clone Negroes? Why clone Negroes? We are not that special. We're not that important to where we should be cloned. It's
We
not
are.
like it. No, we're not. No, we're not. As far as no. Look, the first and last Negro they should have cloned is Obama. If they were gonna do it to anybody and have somebody be a puppet and be able to run some stuff, Obama. However, however, I just do not think regular rappers and celebrities are are that there is any actual value to cloning them.
The
You know what
only
I'm saying?
value I see, and it's just me thinking outside the box, is influence. You do have some celebrities that hold a big impact on a lot of, I want to say, the youth, ways. So,
Right,
but that's a few. It's not that many.
right. So I'll say it like this. I'll say it like this. Our culture has already been filled with degenerates. Okay. Whether you like me saying that or not, I'm gonna be blunt. Black culture has been filled with degenerates for a very long time.
Of
We
course.
have promoted some of the most vile and violent behavior of all time. Now, whether or not you want to get into, well, other people put that in their music or not, we are not in a position to be doing such in
Yeah.
the state that our culture is in and the places that we claim that we're trying to go and who we're trying to be. We should not be doing that. We should not be finding ourselves in these situations with these people to compromise ourselves over and over and over again culturally.
That's
Culturally.
why a lot of people ain't gonna like when I say this, and I think some people will now, because they look at him in a different way. Charleston White has always been very interesting to me, very educated, and very nice. It just took him a minute because I live in Fort Worth area. So to go to some of these places and ask about, have Charleston White been a big help in the community, and the whole DFW is solid. I have the receipts from the police departments, the fire departments, the city governor, and all that. They know exactly who Charleston White is, and he actually has been a help in the community before he became who he became on the internet.
Right.
It just sucks because he did an interview here that I actually will have to go see him at a little function. I think it's for like the schools doing something, and he talked. And one of the questions there was like, why did you portray yourself on the internet the way you do? And he told everybody, he was like, my character on the internet is just a character. It's not me. It's not who I really am. He said that's what the people are entertained by. And that's bad.
Yeah, but the thing is, he wouldn't be able to get his message out if he wasn't that way.
Yeah.
People wouldn't receive his message, because there's been plenty of people on the internet saying what he's been saying for years. It's just nobody can make you laugh while doing that.
Or nobody cares.
Yeah.
The information that they giving out, like you said, the people have been doing it for years. People will look at that and scroll right past it because they feel like it's not knowledge they need to know, or they don't really care about it. They care about everything else other than what's going on in our community and how to fix our community.
Yeah, that's big facts. That's big facts. They just don't care. They don't want to, and I just don't. I don't see a place where we as a culture are going to get better. Like unless honestly, which kind of the writings on the wall here, like rap music is starting to fall off, which and it's not like it's not that it's a less popular genre, it's the money making is lower and Afrobeats is rising up, which is good. To me, that's good because that seems like people want to be happy. It seems like people want to enjoy themselves. And people don't want to be involved in all this foolishness anymore. It's gotten to the point where people are like, they're so desensitized to it, they don't even want to hear it anymore.
Like music growing up in our time in the early 90s, 2000 had a lot of substance. I'm saying it wasn't always about killing, shooting, drugs. Yes, you had a few artists that talked about that, but it was a few, and they was very good at what they did. But they also went back and say, hey, this is just what I rap about. I don't live that lifestyle because I'm rich and famous. Now everybody is talking about the ops, the crack, the perks.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even call it weed no more. They got different strand.
Yeah, it's transcended what it even previously was, and I like because even with like as you're saying, like those old rappers, like they would always tell people to get out the streets, like stop doing it, get out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Blah 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 blah. But now, like, there's no messaging, there's no counter messaging. It's just, yo, we pulled up to the trap. I got da 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 da. I'm a don. I sell blah blah blah. You don't. I don't think people understand that. Like, that person cannot live that lifestyle with that level of celebrity. They're gonna go to jail. Anybody that's really living it, they're in jail or on their way.
And as you see, in the past 3 years, rappers has been getting wrapped up and all put in jail. All put in jail
for mega years. Not even little time. I'm talking big boy time.
Yeah.
Stuff you ain't finna see them no more.
And I don't understand it. I would never get it. If I can just rap and sit at home and make a bunch of money and not do the dumb shit that they doing, why would you are the bag? Why would you mess up the bag? Like, your kids, your family, your mom, sister, brother, they have to live through you because you have made a value to yourself that brings in a lot of money, and you still want to continue to trap and pull up on ops.
But that's because they're not making the money that they say that they're making. It's a front. It's a flex. You know what I'm saying? All their money is borrowed. The label is fronting the money so they keep up the appearance.
Yeah.
And labels are starting to like see through that and not wanting to do that no more. They're not wanting to put that kind of money and that kind of budget behind these rappers, because I'm like, your songs aren't even charting. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you really make money at, is your songs charting.
And a lot of people don't know it. It takes them to $500,000 to get a song charted #1 on the top radio. Like, the label have to pay them $500,000 to get your song in rotation all the time, so it can get heard over and over, brainwashed, and everybody want to listen to it. And that's how you get your song charted at the #1 position. How long it stays up there depends on how good the song is.
Yep. Yeah, like the Jack Harlow song, like that I don't have no whips and chain, that loving on me. Like, the song is really good, but they immediately spent the bag. Like, immediately. Because I've never seen a song go #1 that fast. Like, immediately. And
the only songs that went #1, 2, and 3 was when Drake dropped Scary Hours.
Yeah, when Drake drops, he don't need a budget no more, because his streaming numbers are going to be so high, and that's why I know other labels hate him. Like, they got a schedule around Drake. Like, are you dropping, sir? Are you dropping? Because we're not going to put no money in.
Taylor Swift, she ain't got to. Taylor Swift ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, nah. Taylor Swift, nah. She's gonna get her money. Like, like those artists that are so big that they are the budget, they are the marketing. I just dropped. Like, literally, if Drake said, "I just dropped right now," that song's gonna go #1.
Yeah.
If it's a good song, it's #1.
Now, you do have some artists that are not there, but I can definitely predict in the next 2 to 3 years that they're gonna be up there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, for some reason, I don't know how he does it, but Lil Uzi have a tendency on disappearing, dropping, disappearing, then drop an album.
Yeah. So Lil Uzi definitely is good for going #1 just randomly. He will randomly get a hit. He will randomly pull out a hit out of that, and you're just like, yeah, this song is really good. You know what I'm saying? It comes out of nowhere, but he has the greatest, like, I would say for him, he has like a lot of great organic. His fan base is really like, they're established. I'm trying to think other artists that I think are already there, like a Doja Cat, like she's already there. 21 Savage, like he's there. Like, his latest album, I listened to almost all of it. That's really good album.
That album really brought me back to actually trying to download new music, because of the album gave me both substance, street, and growth, because it shows you, hey, I used to do this shit. Don't do this shit. This is where I'm at now. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So 21 Savage to me has been the most consistent artist that's steady leveling up every time he drops, for some reason.
Yeah, I would say for his class, he's the best one of his class. Like, so when you talk about, and I'm talking about consistency wise, so when I talk about, like, it's him, Lil Uzi Vert, Denzel Curry, what else? Who else is in there?
Oh, you got Lil Yachty. Was Kodak in there? No, Kodak wasn't there.
Kodak, yeah, Kodak was in there.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah, Kodak, and somebody else. Of them boys, 21 is the guy.
Yeah.
21 is the guy. Whether you like him or not, 21 has always leveled himself up.
Yeah. That's facts, because I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't the biggest 21 fan when he first came out.
Neither was I.
I hated hearing
21.
But as he progressed, and to me, a lot, the song with him and J. Cole, when they dropped that's when I really started listening to 21, because I was like, hold on, he can actually rap. Like he actually put pen to paper and kept up with J. Cole on his song.
So I'll say the moment I start taking him like really serious was when he did that sneaking with Drake. When he did that, I said, oh, he must be like, because here's how I look at Drake cosigns. If he puts you on his record, that means you're probably gonna be here for a while. Probably, if you do what you're supposed to do, you're gonna be here for a while. So I
Yep.
immediately I went and listened to his first album. Then he dropped what is it, the Savage Mode.
Savage Mode. Yep.
Savage Mode, which with Metro Boomin, and I had just got into Metro Boomin because of the tape that Drake and Future did with Metro Boomin.
Woman.
You know,
Yep.
so I was just like, okay, Metro Boomin is clearly like he's the producer guy. So once I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this is fire. Then I listened to the Big Sean and Metro Boomin, because that was the next tape after that. But then when you go back to 21 Savage, like he just kept, like, even in the periods he wasn't dropping,
He
he
kept
he dropped he
leveling
was
up.
elevating.
Yeah. And
Like
it's
he just
hey, big shout out to 21, man, because yeah, like you said, out of his class, and that class was I think that was the best class since like it was that class, and after that, everybody else has been, I don't know.
garbage, garbage. Because I can't name people from the other classes. Because
No.
most of the time, most people, they don't even make the class. They just end up just being on.
Being on there. Like when double XL freshman list comes out, I'm looking for people to actually be rapping.
Mm-hmm.
When I click on that link on YouTube and I see rappers dancing mid rap, I lost interest. It's like double XL need to get back to hip hop.
I feel like the last rappers they had, like rappers they had on there was Fabio Foreign, like Fabio, whatever his name
Dave,
is. Dave East, and who else was in that same thing? What was it? Lotto. Like Lotto.
Lotto.
Lotto can actually rap. Like I used to give her a lot of shit. I used to give her a lot of shit till somebody sent me her on this rap show or whatever, like old stuff. And I said, I said, this girl is actually talented. Wait, then I went and turned on an album and I said, oh, okay, I had a misconception. I was wrong. I apologize. I apologize.
No, and you know what I feel, and maybe a lot of people feel this way. I feel when rappers first start out, they're very hungry, so you need to see the natural raw talent of them. And once they
Mhm.
made it, they dumb it down for some reason, or they don't. That hunger's not there no more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right that. You're right about that. You're right about that.
Like I think the only person hunger that grew consistently was Wayne. Like from 500 degrees to the Carter one, the Carter two, the Carter three. Like you can never say, hey, the Carter one was his best album because you still got the Carter two. Then you still got the Carter three.
Yeah, there's a lot of arguments to be made with the Carter series. There's a lot of
Yeah,
arguments to
like
be made.
like some people love that Carter one album because I ain't throwing up. Wayne had some help, but he took that style and he elevated it. Big shout out to Gilly.
Mhm.
He took that style and he elevated it, and he became to me like the longest running era of best rapper alive out from 2006 to 2012. I think 6 years.
Well, no. He didn't go that long. He didn't go that long. He didn't go that long because the only reason he didn't go that long was because Drake's run starts at like 2010.
Well, that's what I'm saying because you got to remember, like we had the Carter. I say it really started after the Carter two. So the Carter two, Carter three, then
He
the
went to
Carter.
jail.
Yeah, then the Carter 4 came out, but between I'm just no, you're right. So it was like from 2004 to 2007 or 8, maybe.
So, but I'm willing to say this about Wayne though. I would say his Wayne stopped at Sorry for the Wait. That mixtape, Sorry for the Wait. I would say that's when his run stopped. Because that Sorry for the Wait came before Carter 4.
Yeah.
And it's not no diss to Carter 4, but at that point, Drake was like that guy. Drake was the
Now Wayne
guy.
definitely passed the torch
Yeah.
because
And
I
that nigga
know,
did not give it back.
yeah, I know at one moment you couldn't turn on a song without hearing these two people. We gonna talk. I'm gonna see if you want to talk about him. Wayne was on everybody's song at one moment.
Yep.
And besides Wayne, T-Pain was on everybody's song for a moment. So I think those two was running neck to neck when it came to features.
Yeah. So as far as like big hits go, yes, but when I look in like catalog wise,
No, it's definitely Wayne. But I'm just about some
no, no,
features.
no, 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 because I'm finna throw you a curveball. It's really Chris Brown.
Yeah, of course. His
Yeah, it's
catalog
really
is stupid.
that dude. Like feature bag is crazy.
His
His
catalog,
feature bag is
feature, he
nuts.
can do a he said, I don't know if you've seen that interview, but he was like, I can do a verses and only do features and wipe somebody off the table just with my features, not even my songs. I said, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, and I don't think people understand how deep his bag is. Like if he went into his bag, you're done. You're done. His best 20, a Chris Brown best 20.
I would see
The
that.
only person he has as comp is Drake. That's it. As far as bag of 20 to
But you
pull
know
from,
what? I will be pissed off at that verses because in those 20 songs, it's gonna be like 4 or 5 songs that I wanted to hear that they ain't even played.
yeah.
Yeah, but Chris, yeah, you're right. Chris' catalog is
Oh, it really still does that. It does the thing where no, so there's a thing where it'll pop up a little emoji or whatever, like because you did it and it caught it and it popped up the emoji like
oh, that
next
was
to
a
your
little
face.
thumb emoji on the side. Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, it still does that. I didn't know it still did that.
I didn't know what the hell that shit was. I thought I
Yeah. But yeah. That versus man. Honestly, that that versus would be long as hell. I they actually would need 30 to really decide. We need 30. We need a 30 piece.
because Drake feature catalog is long too.
Real long.
That shit is long.
My
That
thing is
is
like when you get into it, like, okay, what is who what are, if he drops the skate scheming verse, what is he gonna do back? You know what I'm saying? Like like what is he gonna do back? Like 'cause
like my Drake radar is like gone. I'm just thinking from when he first started. His first feature was Trey Songz, Replacement Girl.
yeah, but but that song wouldn't even make the cut. That song wouldn't even make the cut, but his top 30. Because I'm just thinking like, okay, you're definitely gonna have at least 2 songs from Take Care. You're gonna have a song. You're gonna have a song or two from So Far Gone. Then you're gonna have something
Views.
from Nothing Was the Same. You're gonna have a couple from Views. You know what I'm saying? Because
Sorry for
like
what's the name of
the
that?
God's Plan is on there and some more mess. Then you
Yeah.
got If It's Reading This Is Too Late, and you got What a Time to Be Alive.
That
You got both
album,
of them. You got both of them, like, and that was a 2 piece in the same year.
that
Like you
album
doing,
right there got me through a whole deployment. Between that and J. Cole Forest Hill Drive,
hey, that was the best year ever because literally at the end of the year you had Forest Hill Drive, and that album is a banger. And then you know what? That's also what I wanted to say real quick about J. Cole. J. Cole is also the only person who seems to have gotten hungrier because his feature verses now, hey, pack,
nobody's messing with him on features.
pack, pack anybody up. Nobody. What he did on First Person
There's the
Shooter was
shooter, yeah,
illegal.
like
That's illegal. That is illegal.
you
That's
know it was
illegal.
illegal when Drake was like, I'm about to switch the whole beat and rap on something else. Because what you just did to this beginning beat, I don't want no part of.
Yeah, like nah. The song's done. That's done.
Yeah, I don't want no part. And that video should definitely win video of the year. Like
Mm-hmm.
Drake them was in their bag when they shot that video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's what I wanted to say about J. Cole. But because with Drake, like with everything that he's done, with everything that Chris Brown has done, whether you like either of them or not, the fact remains you have one of their songs on your playlist
Yeah.
right now. So
Yes.
shut up.
That's
You
fact.
have one
That's
of each
fact.
of them. Not individually, you have one or the other. No, you have one of both on your
Yep.
playlist. It's a done deal.
And
Nobody that listens to hip hop and R&B can say I have no Chris Brown or Drake on my playlist.
they probably
And if
got
you
both
do,
of
you're
them
lying.
together. They probably got No Guidance sitting right now on their playlist.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? Them boys was in a bag. As soon as No Guidance came on, I said, "Yep." Like I didn't even hear a word yet. I just heard the beat. I said, "Yep, this is it. This is it." All
And
they have to do is just not get up.
I'm upset because they teased us for a little bit saying they was going to drop a collaboration album. And I'm still waiting and hoping for that album. Because
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
they
That's
was
not gonna
booking
happen.
shit and they was like best duo goes to Drake and Chris Brown, group name, Light Skin Legends. I'm like, just give me the album. Just please.
Nah, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
They do that, that'll break the internet.
Man, what I want is the Drake and Ross tape. That's what I want. That's what I want. Because every
I
time Drake
wanted
and
it.
Ross are together, that
Yeah,
man sounds like
they
some
don't
really
miss.
boss shit.
They don't miss. But I wanted it like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
When
same.
Ross was really out there and Drake was at his, I can't say at his because he's still up there, but yeah, I wanted it 4 years ago. Like I feel like those two don't. It's two artists. These artists I'm about to name should just drop a tape together. You got Ross and Drake.
Mm-hmm.
You got J. Cole and Miguel.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
got,
Yeah. Okay.
you got who's the other two that always they never miss? Okay, it's Drake and Ross, Wale, Miguel.
I thought you said J. Cole Miguel.
Yeah, J. Cole, Miguel. Wale and Miguel too is dope.
I mean, yeah, that is dope too. I don't know. Like they could probably get an EP out. I don't think they could go the distance of a 12-song album.
You don't think so?
Wale and Miguel, no. Mm-mm.
I'm a fan of Wale, so I feel like it can happen, but that's just me.
I don't.
Fan.
I don't think without us hearing something that sounds similar to another song on the album that they could go that distance.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Without us having an unnecessary song, you know what I'm saying? Like Miguel and J. Cole, I'm for sure we're not gonna get nothing unnecessary. It's gonna be banging front to back. You know what I'm saying? Drake and Ross is gonna be banging front to back. The beat selection is gonna be phenomenal. Like I'm gonna feel like I'm in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is when those two get together. They beat selections on every song is A1.
Like that lemon pepper freestyle, that was unnecessary. Like y'all didn't have to drop that, but that was fire too.
No, they didn't have to, and Drake didn't have to do Ross like that. I understand he got ate up by Lil Pause. Lil Baby did what he did on that.
Lil Baby went the fuck off.
Maybe you have to do that to that boy, but I understand, Ross, you called a
That
straight.
might be Lil Baby best verse.
Ross called it straight because Drake was definitely a little heated that Lil Baby did that.
Yeah.
So, but let's get to some juicy topics. Let's
get with this shit. Even most.
What do women want?
Well, no, okay, so no. Let's reframe that. Let's reframe that. Hold on. Let's reframe that. Let's reframe that because we was talking earlier. Now we're gonna reframe this a different way.
Okay.
All right. So I would say that as far as relationship goes, men are more willing to and understand what compromise is. Therefore, they're more likely to, when they finally do settle down, to have a successful relationship. Versus a woman might, when she settles, will be miserable the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Because she's actually not satisfied in an area. A man will still be satisfied, at least, at minimum. You know what I'm saying? But she won't be satisfied.
Why? Like, I don't. And I know it's not for me to understand because it's, numerous women out there. Everybody have their pick of litter. Everybody
Mhm.
have their type, right? Why I hear this word settling a lot for a lot of women out there when I be like, okay, well, this guy provide X, Y, and Z, but he just don't do this. You can't compromise for that. No, that I'm settling then. Because you're not gonna always get the job you want. So you're gonna technically compromise. I ain't gonna say settle. You're gonna compromise for your career choice.
Mhm.
So that's how I
Every
kind of look at the
mhm.
relationship.
Yeah, everybody can't have it all. Like this is not physically possible. There are not enough of what everybody wants for you to have everything that you want. Statistically speaking, the person that you would like to have does exist on this globe. However, the odds of you meeting them in your environment are slim to none. Now, if you're somebody that global and you have ability to move around, you can probably find your one person and pluck them and move them into your situation. However, not too many people, especially on the woman side, would want to actually pluck up a man that might not have the other things, but he has all the intangibles that you can't actually buy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And then let him build into who he was already becoming. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? If you got somebody that's already on the road, then you could just be with him and build with him, and he already has the intangibles. So you at least know you're going to be treated right. Then it's whether or not he finishes.
yeah. But a lot
You
of
know?
women. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for all men. A lot of women that I have met only want. I ain't gonna say only, but mostly want tangible things. They want the lifestyle. They want the materialistic thing. They don't want the genuine love and relationship and the build and grow and you know get those tangible things later. They want those
Hmm.
jump.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's unrealistic. That's like starting a job and wanting to be the CEO of the company. Like, no, that's not how that works. Like, it's something you build into. Like, you don't immediately become a CEO.
It and you're absolutely right, and it's getting very irritating now that we enter in 2024 because for some reason the money value exchange is for the vajayjay, the vagina, whatever you want to call it. They feel like, oh, okay, I shouldn't give you no coochie if you ain't giving me no money. And me personally, it's the sex is sex. If you stick two
Yeah,
people in the room long enough with each other, something's bound to happen, right?
yeah,
It's what you do after that. How can you hold this relationship together, after the sex? Because it's going to happen regardless when first night, second night, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. It's going to happen. It's just how y'all move from there. So what I'm saying is a lot of women feel like I shouldn't give this man no coochie if he ain't giving me no money.
yeah. And it's fun. And it's funny. Like you say that because like I was in a situation where you know what I'm saying like how do I describe this situation? Basically, like the individual was gone during for like 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? They were gone. Like they were. like we were dating, we had started dating, but they were gone. And we were supposed to you know what I'm saying? It was their birthday. And I tried to do something. I tried to plan something, but they already had 2 weeks, 14 days of, hey, I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got this, and this, and this, and I'm going to work then. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'll have to do something later. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my head. That's how I'm thinking. I have to
Yeah.
do it later. And plus, I had like podcast stuff that I already like was spending money on, like getting interviews and all that stuff, getting everything together. So I was just like, okay, like this is what I got to do. And she got mad at me because I was supposed to have done something for her birthday. And I'm like, but we already talked about that. And you said that this is what you were doing. And you were going to do it regardless. This is what you wanted to do no matter what. And I'm like, well, what did you expect from me at that point? If you said, no, I'm doing XYZ, I'm supposed to just force something upon you. I didn't even know I was going to see you. Oh, well, you should have been prepared. What do you mean I should have been prepared? We've only been talking for a month and some change. Like, what in your head makes you think I'm gonna budget for a variable that is not a constant in my life?
Yeah.
Because in my head now, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't do nothing. Because if this is how you feel and this is how easily you're able to just cut off and get to talking crazy, like, cool.
But you know what I'm thinking too, and I can't. I ain't gonna sit here and blame the women on this because I think as men, there's certain questions that we should ask women when
Yeah.
it comes to dealing with them, and I know you know how we move. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well she said this. Well, I'm just gonna okay, cool. I go do my thing. So she already said she got something planned. We should ask these questions like in your situation. Okay, well you got this plan. Do you want me to plan something for you? Can you push aside something so me and you can do something? And I think women, that's what they look for.
Oh, trust me, I did. I
Oh,
did.
yeah,
I
yeah,
did. I
right.
did. But here's the thing, that person does not remember me doing it. That's why when it came time to have the argument, I was just dismissive. I wasn't dismissive. I was just sitting back, just letting it go off because I was just like, you know what? This is stupid. I'm like, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk now because I'm like, I know what I said, I already know what happened. You just don't remember it happening.
They got selective hearing.
Hmm. Yeah, you don't remember it happening. You don't remember any of that stuff. And I'm just like, and the thing was, and the kicker was like, literally, I had told that person, I was like, okay, well then I'm like, cool. I'm like, well, now that you're back, and I'm like, you're back, you're back to your regular schedule. I said, cool. I said, cool. Next in 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something. Now that you're back. Now that you're back. But that was unacceptable answer. It should have been right now. It should have been right then while I was in their face. I should have did something right then. But I'm like, we wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
be here. It was, hey, you know what I'm saying? I want to see you. And it was like, cool. And then it becomes like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if I'm taking off of work, you know what I mean? Like I take off of work, like, is not showing like I literally called in for you, for you.
You did in her eyes, that was bare minimum. You
See,
should
and that's crazy. And that's crazy. And that's crazy because really, I should have just stuck to my guns and just left.
that's
Because then I would have just been a real dude. But I said, nah, because I actually care about you and I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to spend more time together. I did that. I compromised time.
it's
There was stuff and podcast stuff and all that other mess that
that you
I should
didn't
have been
take care
working
of.
on that I wasn't. I wasn't. And to be honest, there's a lot of stuff I should have been working on and doing that I wasn't doing because I was messing around with you.
And see, it's the small things that we notice that they don't notice that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's slowly become in this generation because everything got to be over the top. in this dating scene now. I'm saying
Mhm.
because of at some point, some point in their life, a lot of these women have met men that did the extravagant the most for them. So
Mhm.
now they have that expectation that this man, this man that did this up here. So every man I deal
Mhm.
with now got to meet this standard.
Which is crazy.
And it sucks because the average man, and I'm going to throw some numbers out there for y'all. The average, especially I'm talking about black community, the average black man doesn't make over $57,000 a year. The average.
Yeah.
In this time we live in, just to sustain your lifestyle and live comfortably and not worry about living paycheck to paycheck, you have to make $62,000 a year just to live a regular life with
And
inflection.
that varies on region.
Yep.
I live in California, so that number's high.
You have to double that. So you have to make $124,000 a year to, because I lived in San Diego, so I know what
Yeah.
the market is. I know that rent out there for a 1 bedroom or a 2 bedroom, you're paying a little over $3,300 a month.
It's crazy.
And that's for an apartment. That's not even for a house. That's for an
Yeah.
apartment. So the expectations of some women nowadays to have this high standard because that one guy that did that for him, it's nuts because you want this man to provide and take care of you while you live in your place and he live in his place. That's taking care of two households. That is, it's not doable.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
it's
not.
not. It's not. And that's another thing. And that's another thing because I was seeing the long game with Shardy. I was like, man, I'm like, me and her, I'm like, we could rock out. You know what I'm saying? So I said to her, I was like, yeah, we should probably like work on like, you know what I'm saying, like consolidating and living together because I'm like, it doesn't make sense for us to if we're gonna be always in each other's face like this, we should just live together.
Live together. Yeah.
Yeah, we should just live together. Like, and I don't think that's a stretch. Like, I don't think that's crazy. I'm like, my job requires me to be gone. Your job requires you to be gone. So most of the time, we might just have the crib to ourselves.
Yeah.
But when we're here, we're here. I said, I
It,
think that's an excellent idea.
it's a young lady on Instagram, and I love her fucking her skits. So she posted a skit on her and the guy went out. They drove
Mhm,
back to his place. He got out the car. Well, after they left the house, he got out the car and walked her to her car.
mhm.
And he was like, well, I'm gonna walk you to your car, open the door. So she opened the back door. He was like, why you open the back door? She was like, oh, I'm grab my suitcase. He was like, for what? He was like, I'm moving in. He was like, you moving in? She was like, yeah, we had a good day. I like you, you like me. Let's get the ball rolling.
I think I know what skit you're talking about.
The lights
I
get
know.
you. And I'm like, at this point of how old I am, I'm like, why waste time? Find you somebody, get the fuck out the way.
Yeah,
Find you
yeah,
somebody you genuinely like and get the fuck out the way because we all complaining about this dating situation. Men saying they don't want to do XYZ, women saying they ain't settling. Whoever you are genuinely connected with, get that person to get the fuck out the way so we can see what the fuck is out there.
yeah. That's it. That's it. And that's really what it boils down to. It's like find your person, lock in, and just do that. Because the moment you simplify that aspect of your life, everything else gets a lot easier.
Easier. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you just got to find you one person that understands. That's it. You just need somebody that understands.
It's, and ladies and gentlemen, fellas out there, stop throwing red flags onto people. It got to a point where you ain't looking for the red flag no more. You taking it and you throwing a red flag on that motherfucker now.
Yeah, yeah. That's facts. That's facts. People seem to think us seem to think that that just somebody having a bad day is all of a sudden a red flag. Like you don't really know if that was actually a red flag or not. Like you got to give somebody a chance, like give them an opportunity to like if it occurs a second time, then maybe that's a red
Red
flag.
flag. Yeah.
But the first time, like that might have just been like whether they're nervous or they just don't know how to like actually address that situation. Like you don't know people's different things. Like you might actually talk to them a bit more in depth, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe ask questions about it and ask for an answer.
We have that bad, man. We will take, like you said, we will take somebody's bad day and make it seem like this is them every day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
I
that's
know I
right.
have my days when I'm irritated. I want to be bothered with somebody. I know when I was dating,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of women looked at that like, oh, no, I ain't dealing with him. He always irritated. No, I'm not always irritated. I've just been going through something for these past couple of years. Or yes, certain stuff does irritate me. I'm not taking it out on you. And when I do, I correct myself, take accountability, and I apologize. Hey, my
Mm-hmm.
bad about yesterday. I was going through something. I shouldn't have took that out on you. I apologize.
Yeah.
And keep it pushing. But don't take that and throw a red flag on me and make it seem like, hey, he gonna treat me like this for the, because guess what? I ain't got all the money in the world, but I
Mm-hmm.
can treat a woman right. I know how to be a gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I nobody can say I've treated them badly. Nobody can fundamentally say, "Oh, Byron was terrible to me." Like nobody can say that. Nobody can say that. So then my question becomes like, so what was really the issue? What was really the issue? Like when we break it down, oh, it was you. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it was you. It was you, and you had, and like we were saying earlier, like that shooting for the stars mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, and guys, we don't shoot for the stars. We're just like,
We
can I
see
be
what's in
happy
front
in
of
this
us.
situation? Can I be stress free?
We
Like,
see what's in front of us. Like you are who you are. You in everything, body language, the way you communicate, the way you talk. I can see
mhm.
you are you when you stand in front of me. I'm not looking at you and putting all these high expectations on you because that's not being realistic.
Yeah, not at
We
all.
we live in this world where everybody's on social media, so a lot of people feel like they need that relationship that they see on social media.
Which is cap. Which is cap. Which is cap. Any relationship that overposts like that, they're full of ish and they're terrible. And it's probably like it's probably one event away from them breaking up. The
Yeah,
one event away from them breaking up. It's just straight facts. It's straight facts, and people don't want to accept that. People hold all these people to this gold standard. Because I remember when Cardi B and Offset was like a standard, and then you found out she going through it. That's not a standard.
Will Smith and Jada was the biggest. Oh, everybody wanted that type of relationship.
Hmm. Now I wouldn't wish that relationship on my enemy.
Everybody, it's crazy because of, and you would think that they relationship because they got, this goes to show you money does not help relationship. All right. It
Fact.
plays a big part in making sure y'all financially good. Y'all can get and buy anything y'all want, but it does not put a stamp in approval. This is the best relationship. So if you're looking for money or a certain lifestyle, you
Hmm.
want to continue to always look for that. Because guess what? If you meet a man that make $1 million a year, you can meet a man to make $5 million a year. You can meet a man to make $10 million a year. So if it's money that you are searching for, it's always going to be somebody that have more money than the guy you're currently dating. So you can go
Hmm.
through all the men, billionaires.
Hmm.
So just take notes. Like, yeah, that man makes 1 million, but this other man makes 500 million. Oh, but this other man makes 1 billion, but this other man makes 500 billion. So if you're looking for money, you're going to continue to always look for money.
Yeah, and you're not gonna find objective happiness.
Nope.
You might be happy in some moments, like, oh yeah, I went here, but then when you come home, you know what I'm saying, you get smacked upside the head.
Very controlling, as we see. It's a lot of
Mhm.
people out there, men out there, especially that have all this money, are very controlling.
Mhm. But
So
I mean, when you look at their reputation and the things that could cause them to lose money, yes, they're gonna be a bit more cognizant of what the heck you are doing. So you have to know and understand that what comes with that lifestyle is you're not going to be able to do and say the things that you used to do and say.
yep. And the man that's making that type of money ain't always at home.
Oh no, he definitely not at home. Definitely not.
So
He might go to sleep in Japan and wake up in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that type of money. Like
yeah,
that's the type of time they on.
that money don't sit still. And for you to
Mm-mm.
continue to want that money, that person is going to be gone. And if that person is gone and not getting satisfied in areas where they need to be satisfied at, and you at home and they traveling,
Yeah,
yeah,
they hunching on somebody. They hunching on somebody. They hunching on somebody. And guess what? You finna be hunching on the help because that's all that's around you.
that's facts.
That's literally how it goes. Like you end up building a whole relationship with the security guard because he's who's there for you actually. He's actually who you're spending most of your time with. It's not your actual partner.
Mm, but nobody wants to look at that because they blinded by the cash, the money,
Mm-hmm.
the racks, whatever you want to call it. Gucci Louis is only well. How long do you be happy when you buy something designer?
I don't even buy designers, so I don't know what that's like. I don't even know what that's like. But even so, like even if I was to equate it to something more simple for my terms, like if I got a new video game, right? I start playing it. I'm only happy for the first couple of days, and then I might go, man, this game is kind of annoying me. I'm gonna jump on this other game real quick, and I'm gonna jump on this other game, and I'm gonna do this other thing. And the next thing I know, I ain't played that game in like a week, and I'm like, oh shoot, let me go and play this because I spent that money.
Money on it. Yeah. That's how I look at design. Like you were happy your first 2 days you got it. After that, you set it down, then you on to something else.
And how often can you drive your new Range Rover if you always on a plane going to other places? You just got a car for no reason. That car, you end up selling it back. It got 5,000 miles on it. Did you really even enjoy the car?
No.
At 5,000, yeah, at 5,000 miles, no. 10,000 miles, no.
So I say that to say this. Get back to the simple things in life. Get back to being genuine people and not worried about the materialistic stuff. Because if y'all work together, y'all going to get everything that y'all want to deserve.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all it takes. Some teamwork. Some teamwork. I think because I seen a couple that was doing something like, and basically every year they sit down and they plan out how they're going to reach their goals together. And I said, that's beautiful. I'm like, that's beautiful. That's what I would like. Something like that where y'all are literally like
Building.
y'all really a team.
You're building.
A
And
team.
when you build in a relationship and you build your financial wealth and that generational wealth, you don't have to worry about a prenup because you build it together. But if you're looking to have something that's already built, be ready for that prenup.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna have to prenup. If you build like if you were with, I don't know, Bill Gates in his garage when he was doing Microsoft, there's no prenup because you're already on the team. You're already in you're a founding member of the company versus you shorty that he picked up later on, and you like, man, like I don't know, like you know what I'm saying, like you're relieving some stress, but you're not worth 300 billion. You're not worth
Yeah, yeah,
300
no.
billion. You know what I'm saying? I have other things that I could do. So here's his prenup. I love you, but here's his prenup.
So yeah, that's just get back to the simple things in life, man. I
Yeah.
don't want to talk too much. I don't want to talk too much over that, because I don't want to be what they call misogynistic.
Yeah. And yeah. And all parties again have something that they could do better. All parties have growth that can be done, but the growth ain't gonna happen in an echo chamber or online. It's gonna happen when two people actually sit down and actually make it happen together. You
Yeah,
can't, like, all these people talking this and that, all that rah stuff sounds good on paper. You know what I'm saying? But when you actually get in that room and you actually have to sit down with another person, that's when the real you gonna meet the real them, and y'all gonna have to figure it out.
yeah. So
Yeah, but shoot, man. Hey, Jay, I appreciate you coming through, bro.
hey man, anytime you need me to get on here and pod, I'm always ready to pod. And my members ain't here. I am 1/3 of the F the Internet podcast group. We will be coming back to y'all in a week.
Okay.
I'm pushing for this Sunday, so I might hit you up
Okay, for sure.
tomorrow
For
and
sure.
see if you're free.
What time?
6 my time, so that it'll be
4?
4 your time.
Oh, yeah, I should be at the crib. I should be back at the crib by then.
Yeah, because my counterpartners got some stuff they want to get out they system, and in the words
Okay.
of my cousin, Black Royalty, he said, "I'm sick of these bitches, man."
Yeah.
I said,
That's crazy.
"Yeah, no." And for Black Royalty to say that, it had to be something. So Smooth,
True.
I'm gonna see you the clip that he sent me to say why he's sick of it.
All right.
So
Well,
yeah, man,
shit.
I appreciate you for having me on today, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Anytime, man. All right, man. Well, y'all, hey, this has been episode 287 of the Homeroom Smooth Podcast. We up out of here.
Yeah.